So I'm going to show you the options for the painting center. So the first option is just painting with the tempera paint. Here you want to make sure it looks like something. If you would like some directions or videos to follow, make sure you click here. I'm going to show you what this leads to. So if I click the blue words, it'll take you to a website, and on here it'll be different little paintings that you can follow. And then you can watch them, follow along with them. They are meant to be super short, so they're going to be really fast because you can't have your iPad by you. So you're going to have to watch them first and then go to paint. So make sure you watch it, then move your iPad, then you can start painting because your iPad cannot be by you when you're painting. Right, then the next option, is painting with coloring pages. So that's what we spent most of the time in art doing. So if you need a reminder how to do that, click these blue words. It'll talk to you about how you can paint with the coloring pages. Then another option is painting with stencils. So we kind of did this with oil pastels, but you can do the same thing with paint. So here, if you click here, it'll teach you how to do it with the paint, and then there'll be some videos that will also help explain. Painting with osmo is another choice. So using the osmo base to draw it out first or draw it out after you paint, you can do that too. So this is another little tool. So you'll find the iPads by the toolbox, and you'll find this app on your iPad. Here are some videos and instructions if you want to follow along with. There's quite a few under this osmo one. So if you want to follow along, you would watch it first and understand, and then you would paint. Because we can't have iPads by the osmos. By the iPads, I mean. So there's quite a lot of examples. Then at the end of the slideshow, there's just more examples of what stuff you could paint. Maybe you'll have to use a coloring page or osmo, or you'll just freehand draw. But you are just using paint to create your artwork. The first thing you're going to need for painting is paper. So we have the drawing paper and then project paper by the little toucan. You are going to want the paper that's right by the toucan. So it's the nice thick paper for painting. Then over by the cabinets, so we're going to walk past the painting center at the purple table. And the cabinets is where you're going to find all the paint. So you might need to use a step stool to reach the paint, but we have our warm colors on the bottom shelf, so red, orange, and yellow. Then we have our cool colors, which is green, blue, and purple. Then the next cabinet over is where the neutral colors are. So those are like tan, brown, white, or like gold colors in the next cabinet. Then the next cabinet over is our brush basin or paint cups. So you will need one of these. To fill this up, we only have to fill up half. So the side with the little bumps is what you're going to fill up. So in the sink, turn on the water, and then just fill up just this half. Then way on the end is where we have our paint brushes. So we have many different kinds. These black ones and these little water ones are for watercolors, so we will not be using them this year. Then over here is where we have the paint shirts. So you can always wear a paint shirt if you'd like. Then we have our drawing rack. So your paper at the end, when it's all the way done, it needs to dry, you will put it on the paint rack. Do not forget your name and your class on your painting. Another supply you'll need is tape to tape off your paper. So right here is where you'll find tape. There's 2 dispensers right there. If you ever need more, in the drawer right by the sink, there's more masking tape in here. So there's plenty of different rolls. With one of the projects, you might need a stencil. So we have our drawing table is where the stencils are at. So if I look down here, we got this little wolf stencil. So you will come into this black tub and there's all the stencils. So at the orange drawing table is where you're going to find stencils. If you are painting using Osmo Masterpiece, you are going to need an iPad. So come over by this toolbox and you're going to grab an iPad that doesn't have a case on it, and then make sure you're very careful. Then you'll need the Osmo stand. So the Osmo stand or Osmo base is over by the red table, the iPad table, and right below is where you're going to find the Osmo base. So you'll need one of these if you are painting with Osmo.